Barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. So I just finished watching all 6 episodes of Surviving R. Kelly, and it is the most sickening, disgusting. I mean, there's no way you can defend this man. It is just outright. Oof. This is my decompress. I literally just got done about 30 minutes ago, and I watched all 6 episodes, and mm, 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 mm. Where there's smoke, there's fire. I mean, you can't discredit every witness, and people are gonna people are gonna use the argument. I saw it on social media. Um, well, at my high school, these young girls were hopping the fence going to see these men. That has nothing to do with R. Kelly. It's an isolated incident. Yes, does it go on in our community? Yes, does it go on in your community, her community, his community? Yeah, it goes in everyone's community. And and that needs to be dealt with. But the subject is R not but the subject, in addition to that, the subject is R. Kelly. And focusing on R. Kelly, he is a oh man. I It's a hard watch, I tell you that much. Especially episodes 5 and 6 for me was really, really hard. You know, mm, watching that father allow, man, I'm not gonna throw him under the bus because he's grieving, and I want nothing more than for him to see his daughter again. But there's no way my daughter's going to an R. Kelly concert. There's no way I'm going to an R. Kelly concert at this point, and I didn't stop listening to R. Kelly for about 2 years now. I haven't listened to him on Spotify. I haven't listened to him on none of my search engines. He doesn't even come up in my searches anymore. It's been so long. And so it's been a couple years. I would say about 2 years, and oh man, it's just there are no words. And if you're gonna feel free to defend him. I'm forever blocking you. It's you have no space in my universe if you're defending this man. Like, is there's no defense of him. You will say by watching this, he was a molested child and he had some demons he needed to deal with. That's no. It may be a lead-in. I don't know. I'm not a clinical psychologist, but you know, common sense is common sense. But since this is a boxing channel, you get acquitted, you get a second chance, and you go back and you do the same thing, like Victor Conte. It makes no sense. Like, you need to be under the jail. Surviving R. Kelly needs to be a prison series. You know, and he needs to be in general population. Man, this is another reason why I believe in the death penalty, especially when you can prove it like this. I don't believe in death penalty based off of the jury. I believe in the death penalty based off of facts, living witnesses, DNA, and all that stuff. I don't believe in like 12 jurors deciding whether you're um, um, guilty. Open and shut cases, and moreover than that, public display of the death penalty, I think, is important in this society, in the Western Hemisphere, because of it's just running rampant. And I think R. Kelly is a great candidate for that. Oh man, there's no space on earth for him. He should not. The only oxygen he should be breathing is big D and general population exhaling. That's it. It's just downright, man. And there are gonna people that's gonna deflect. They're gonna use like arguments that is happening in our community. Yes, but we need to set an example. We need to set a precedent. And sometimes it starts with a big name. Sometimes it starts with a brother or a sister coming out and speaking the truth. Sometimes it, you know, I don't know where the genesis is, but this is a good starting point. And, I was, one might say that because I've only stopped listening to the music 2 years, about 2 years, I haven't listened to R. Kelly. Um, one might say that I was one of the people that I wouldn't necessarily forgave him, but just because he was acquitted, and that may stem from just being a black man in America, and you have one angel on one shoulder that tells you the system is against us, and you have the other system that says, well, he did it. And with these current allegations, man, it's just, and this documentary, I wish this documentary would have been done years ago, you know, um, but he needs to be brought to justice. I don't know what charges they can come up with. Um, I don't know statute of limitations. I'm not in law enforcement. I'm not in the judicial system, so I don't know. But I'm almost certain um, if they have, there's a charge on the book where they can bring them in and then trump the charges up based off of interrogating witnesses, interrogating people who actually gone through it, and getting more charges. But just you know, taxes. How's he doing on his taxes? You got to find a way to bring the man in. And man, being a father, watching that, oh man, it's you want to punch him. You want to punch. I'm not sure if you guys watched it yet, but you want to punch this man, and you want to hug him simultaneously. It's like, how can you allow your daughter to go anywhere? I don't give a damn if she says she's gonna do it. You got to go through me to do it. And I haven't raised a 17-year-old girl yet, so I don't have all the answers, but I'm not saying it's that easy, but I just can't see letting a known pedophile be near my child. I don't see it. So he needs to be brought to justice. That's all I'm saying. Mm. And if anyone defends him on this channel, I mean, you're going to get blocked. If you're in the comment section and you're defending him, I'm blocking you. It's that easy. It's 20 women come out and say the same exact story. I don't, you can't say they were coerced because they're in different parts of the country, at different ages, at different phases in their life. You have mature women, 33 years old. You got little girls at 14, 17, 16, with the same exact story, having the same emotional reaction. He needs he doesn't need to be under the jail. He needs to be in the jail with someone. He needs to be sharing a cell with a lifer. No, he needs to pay for this. He doesn't need to be protected. He needs to go to Pelican Bay, Rikers Island. I think Rikers Island is closed now, but whatever the toughest place is, he needs to be brought up on some form of charges. Um, I would suggest to you, if you've gone through anything like this, um, in terms of molestation, being abused, make sure you have a support team, because if you're going to watch something like this, it was a hard watch, but yeah, man. So if you're going to watch this, I would suggest that you have a support team around you, because it's definitely a tough watch. He is a demon, a devil. There's no adjective. Choosh. I don't think that's in the Webster's dictionary that can equal the levels of unhuman. I don't know. I just, anyways, man, this is like a cathartic release after watching that thing for 6 hours over 2 days. But you know, and I'll take it a step further. This shows the importance of family structure, open lines of communication, dialogue, um, the importance of men in women's lives, and people downplay it a lot. People say women um, independent, they emasculate the man. They Our society is emasculating the men and empowering our women through testosterone features. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like they're making our society upside down. And I think that this draws attention to the level of importance that it is important for a mother and a father to be in the household. Um, and if that can't happen to be in your child's life because you get a demon like R. Kelly who uses power and fame to inflict pain upon your daughter, which is going to last a lifetime, and then it may spill into her kids and her kids and her kids. It becomes a a generation epidemic, you know, and I wish healing upon all parties involved except R. Kelly. He doesn't need to be here, but I want him to go to jail. I want him to experience prison. You know, I'm episode 5 and 6. I was beyond angry. Episodes 1 through 4, I was visibly upset. It was an emotional reaction out of me. But episodes 5 and 6, the parents fighting for their kids and and two families becoming are unsuccessful at capturing their kids. How ridiculous does that statement sound? Capturing your child, and but in terms of parenting, I mean, it's a tough watch, and this will reinforce fatherhood in our daughters, man. You know. Anyways, man, I'm just releasing right now. I know this is more emotion than common sense or whatever, but however you want to phrase it. But if you're gonna watch this and you've gone through anything like this, you've known a family member, make sure you have a support team because it's a heavy, heavy watch. And um, that's it. So, anyways, man, barbershop conversations, man. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Um, we gotta find a way. Same way they did um, O.J. Simpson, the same way they need to do R. Kelly. They need to get him for stealing a towel. You understand what I'm saying? Stealing um, an extra mouthwash out the hotel, like something. You got to get him in jail. You know what I mean? And then prosecute him to the highest extent of the law. You know what I mean? Let that be justice. So, anyways, man, barbershop conversations, man. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.